Since the start of this year, the conveyor belt sushi chain Sushiro has taken China's first-tier cities by storm, frequently making headlines. If you want to eat at Sushiro during peak hours, you either have to queue for 3 hours or book a month in advance. Its parent company, Food and Life, has seen its stock price soar by 2.7 times in 2 years. So why has conveyor belt sushi suddenly become so popular this year? And what's Sushiro's secret to becoming the biggest winner in the game? Sushiro and Hama Sushi actually entered the Chinese market quite a while ago, but they really blew up around the beginning of 2024. That's when we suddenly saw their financial reports skyrocket. So what was it about that time in 2024? Well, if you look at the big picture, it was a year when shopping malls were under immense pressure. So it's likely that at that particular moment, its great value for money really stood out. I think sushi definitely gives people the impression of being high protein and not too greasy, so it feels very healthy. I believe this is a huge advantage, at least from a subjective standpoint. In Japan, an average store requires an investment of about 10 to 15 million yen. The payback period is typically 5 to 6 years. The gross margin is around 55%. Raw materials might account for 40 to 50%, and labor costs are between 25 and 30%. With its gross margin already so low, and with Japan's labor costs being so high, the only way it can survive is through operational efficiency. That means each store has to sell more. It's kind of a high-volume, low-margin strategy. In China, because overall wage levels are comparatively lower, and on top of that, the average spend per customer might actually be higher than in Japan, the entire business model has boosted its profitability. So in China, it's more like high profits and high volume. The normal table turnover rate can reach 6. On weekends or holidays during peak periods, it can hit 10 or even 15. The payback period in China is reportedly 1 to 1.5 years. For the fastest stores, it can be as short as 7 or 8 months. We can think of the restaurant business as having 3 main links. There's service, there's retail, and there's production. It's a manufacturing business, it's a retail business, and it's a service business. But with Sushiro, you get the sense that they've front-loaded the production and manufacturing process. The entire restaurant is essentially a factory. All the diners are like workers on an assembly line, and their only job is to eat. It's a factory that continuously feeds standardized products from the back of the house right to the customer. So the efficiency of this factory becomes extremely important. Higher efficiency refers to faster table turnover. The key is figuring out how to reduce the uncertainties involved, or the time that gets wasted. And throughout this process, they've actually leveraged the technology of each era to make it happen. In the 70s and 80s, conveyor belt sushi started to become common, but back then, it was a pretty simple setup. You'd have 2 or 3 chefs making the sushi. There were about 50 to 60 seats, and the conveyor belt was just one big loop. The chefs would basically just finish making the sushi and place it on the belt. Then after the 90s, the kind of conveyor belt sushi we see now started to appear. Its track isn't a single loop, it's an M-shaped track. The entire restaurant might be 500 to 600 square meters, with about 150 seats. It's a booth-style setup with 4 people to a seat. With this format, the people making the sushi don't have to be right in front of you. The customer doesn't even know about the automated process happening in the back. Then, after 2010, the kind of sushi we see now started to appear. That's when various technologies and entertainment features started to appear, working together to boost both its value and efficiency. For example, it started with the automatic billing system in '99. Then in 2001, a freshness management system appeared. This meant any sushi that traveled 350 meters would be automatically discarded. Then in 2005, the touchscreen ordering system appeared. This let customers order faster so you didn't need waiters. After that, in 2007, the express lane was introduced. Whatever you ordered would be sent to you on a fast track. And around this time, they started using RFID. This allowed for single item management. So they knew exactly what items were ordered by how many people at any given time. This reduced the overall spoilage rate and helped with demand forecasting. After 2010, you started seeing automatic plate cleaning, automatic chopstick cleaning, and a whole series of similar systems. So you can see that after the year 2000, there was a gradual influx of all this new generation technology. In the process of developing a restaurant chain, you have to find high-efficiency solutions. Many of these products ultimately have to adopt a kind of modular business model. But on top of that modular foundation, how you deliver a better experience to the customer becomes the key point of differentiation between brands.